So let's get a sense of the HDFS file system by using it a little bit and just looking around, make you feel a little bit more at home here. So if I look in the web browser, I can see I'm at the root of the HDFS file system, and I have three folders here, temp, user, and var. And remember that this file system is distributed, so this web console is actually looking at the directory, and that directory contains files that are going to be replicated on multiple nodes in a production system. But here I can browse it just as if it was any other file system on Unix or on a Windows system. So if I click into the user folder, I'll click into Cloudera, then demo, and you can see the path I'm building here. And within this book text folder, I have a lot of text files. These text files are actually the full text of various classic works like Ulysses and the Iliad of Homer and so on. And from this web browser, I can take a look at one of these. I wanted to look at The Tale of Two Cities. I can see I have the text of this book. So I can see what's in the system. The question is, how do I interact with this? And I can interact with it from a console, just like I could the file system within Linux. And this is Hadoop running on Linux. Hadoop does run on other platforms, and it works similarly. I could do the same thing I just did with a command, and all the commands to interact with HDFS start with the command HDFS. If I wanted to do the same directory listing from a command prompt, I could do that by specifying the folder. I'm going to cheat here a little bit and copy that folder name so I don't have to remember. And I'll put in the command HDFS DFS. And then all the individual commands, ls is list, so it's like dir in Windows. And then just give it the folder I want to look in. And that will generate the same list of files. Now each one of these files, remember we talked about how HDFS works, and each one of these files may be on a completely different server, but the HDFS system makes it look like it's all one file system that I can work with. And that's consistent whenever you're working with Hadoop. It just looks like one file system. So what if I wanted to put files into or take files out of HDFS? And I prepared a couple of commands here that we can look at. Let me just look at this command. So here's a command, a couple of them. This one is rm, so that means remove, or it's like del in Windows, like delete. So if I wanted to delete all of those book text files, I could execute this command, and that's hdfs dfs rm for remove, and then I specify star.text. So if I go ahead and paste in that command and execute it, I can see deleted all the way down the line. If I go back to the web browser view, I can see those files are all gone. And then conversely, if I'd like to put those files back, here's a command to do that. So it's hdfs dfs and then copy from local. We have a different command to copy into DFS than we do to copy out. And then here I specify all the files that are on the local file system. Remember, this is /home. This is from local, so it's the local path of home, Cloudera, Hadoop, book test, star. And then the destination is within DFS. So you'll kind of have to get used to, which argument refers to which file system. That's what those mean. And then I will paste that in. And then what that is going to do is pick up every one of the files in that folder and send it to HDFS, and the Hadoop file system will copy that in, distribute it among however many nodes it's supposed to do, all by itself. And if I refresh, I can see those files are all back.